What is going on, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. I debated on making a video today, but I figured why not. So today has been awesome. Awesome as in it's awesome. So we are 3 days away from track. If you guys have seen the last videos, I've been trying to get the KRX build ready to go to the track, but it really comes down to registration because I don't want to trailer the car, and that is the reason why we're later in the day again, guys. And you guys should already getting used to me starting my videos late now because I went to DMV, insurance, all of that stuff. And guys, we got plates and tags for the KRX. If you guys have been on the channel for a little while, the earlier clips of my brother's Wagon, that thing has been sitting for like a year, and that is his RT four-wheel drive K20 swapped CT engineering supercharger, and it's supposed to be his like camping road trip car, but then he acquired the CRV, so he hasn't really driven it much. But he warmed it up today, kind of give it a little you know, cycle with the car, the fuel system, all that stuff. Turns on, sounds awesome, but hopefully put some work into that car, get it back up on the road soon, and start enjoying it. Somebody said in a comment in one of my videos that there's always siren in the background. Yes, there's always sirens in the background. If I remember to, I'll put a playlist together for my brother's car. We built that car in 2017, doing the K swap, all of the necessary things to put a K in your car. I did a couple series on that actually, but that car specifically with the supercharger tuned and all. So if you guys want to check it out, if I remember to, the link should be in the description. I am still buttoning up this car. It is still on jack stands. One of the last things that I really wanted to put into this car was a clutch, but putting a clutch in just really depend on when it shows up. So the clutch in this car is an Exetti stage 1 OEM replacement, and it did fine on the dyno and all that, but after the dyno I took it around the block and I got into second gear really hard and it just went to the moon. So if I don't beat on it hard, which I mean, when you're on the track you're really just full throttle, partial throttles, coming in out of turns and stuff like that, you're basically beating on the car. So I don't want this clutch to let out on me if I decide to take this car to the track. I've been waiting for a clutch to come in, and granted it was just shipped out earlier this week, but I didn't expect it to get here right away. So guys, we have a new clutch kit for this car, and that is the reason why I am starting this video late. The last two things I need for this car is a clutch, if I really wanted to change it out, and an alignment. I think today, right now, I want to get down to work, pull my transmission off, and get the new clutch installed. So before we get started on the car, guys, big shout out to Action Clutch. If you guys don't know, we are sponsored with a Wagon with Action Clutch, and they gave me a great deal on the new clutch for the KRX. Shout out to Byron, Matt, Eric, the Action crew for sending this out in time to get this car ready for the weekend. Let's open this up and show you what we're rocking with. This is a K series K20A2 specifically because this matters by flywheel, and this is the stage 3, I believe, and it is a 6-puck sprung disc. They have this sprung disc, but it is covered with this plate, so this gives me that better reassurance that the spring is not going to come out, because I've had clutches where this popped out, destroyed everything in the bell housing. And this is the stage 3 6-puck with their matching pressure plate right there, down there somewhere. Comes with the release bearing, a lanyard, and a sticker, I'm almost certain. Oh wow, this is awesome. A key tag with one of their heavy duty pressure plate, looks like. Oh, it's actually a beer opener, can opener, bottle opener, can opener. I'm dumb. Big shout out to Action Clutch, guys. If you guys want an Action Clutch for your vehicle, be sure to go in the description below, find a clutch that you need, enter the code STATIC, and save yourself 15% off on your next clutch kit. Hell yeah, brother. Man, I literally just had the header and all that stuff taken out yesterday. Now I gotta take everything all back apart. I freaking love this thing. So I'm removing the half shaft bolts so that way I can pull the half shaft out of the tranny, and when I put the trans back on, I don't have to worry about trying to fight, you know, aligning this guy and the shaft to the clutch. I removed the spindle off the LCA right there, and that'll allow me to swing the axle out, right, with the half shaft, right? And right now I'm kind of debating taking off the header because I have to remove these guys, and this is a long bolt, so that's going to interfere with the header itself. Now that the half shaft is out of the way, the header literally just slipped right under and it's chilling right there. So I'm going to start removing this bracket. 217 on the bottom, 19 on top, 19 to the block, 17 down there that holds the trans to the block, and we're almost ready to pull the trans out. No hot spot, no crazy discoloration, super duper smooth. Now I would recommend you guys to resurface your flywheel when you put in a new clutch, unless you have a new flywheel. Now this was a replacement clutch to this car because this is an Exedi flywheel. If it's in good condition, wipe it down, install your new clutch, and be on your way. In my case, I mean, I've ran it like this plenty of times, pulling a clutch out, putting a new clutch on without touching the flywheel. But if you want to make sure that you're not going to have any issue, resurface your flywheel. Because we're on a time crunch and I don't know where they can resurface a flywheel around here, I'm just going to clean it and reinstall my new clutch. Now you can't smell this, but I can. Yeah, it smells like it slipped before, and if it slipped before, it could slip again. Again, we are running an Action Stage 3 6-puck for K Series, and when you buy for K Series, make sure you specify, no, not U Series.
Sorry, I missed that.
K Series.
Again, please.
When you buy your K clutch, you got to specify if you're running the EP3 flywheel or the Type S flywheel, because the pressure plate bolt pattern is different. I am running a K20A2 trans with the matching flywheel and clutch with the matching engine. This was all together when I pulled it out of the junkyard, and I got myself a K20A2 spec'd Stage 3 clutch. So this right here, pretty much ready to rock and roll. I am going to wipe down the flywheel and the pressure plate before we install all that. But before we do so, release bearing. Guys, make sure you remember to replace your pilot bushing, which goes here. A pilot bushing is like a little brass ring. A B series or single cam has a pilot bearing, which is an actual bearing, while the K is a bushing, a little brass ring. So make sure you switch that out I've already cleaned both flywheel and pressure plate. And you know what's funny is I'm looking at this flywheel and it is dual pattern. I believe this pressure plate uses the smaller thread pattern because it seems to line up there. Pressure plate bolts, 19 foot-pounds. One last look before the transmission goes back on. Stage 3 action clutch, ready to rock and roll. Had to take a little break, refill up my flask with some water because a lot of you guys think I don't drink water, like drink water every day. So we got the transmission put back on, we got the transmission mount on, we got 3 bolts holding the transmission to the block as of right now, and I'm about to button this up real quick. It's crazy because I started the day super late, didn't record too much, and we're getting a lot of work done before the sun goes down. That's crazy to me at least. So guys, I'm gonna work towards the back. I'm gonna get the back mount back on, pretty much reverse the whole process that I just showed you guys how to remove my transmission, and then header go on, and then axle, all the little knickknacks, and this thing should be ready to be back on the floor. I'm super pumped because this is going a lot quicker than I anticipated, because normally I procrastinate, I use my phone, I stand around, I look around, I'd be mad at them every now and then because they make a lot of noise, but I'm actually doing a lot more work quicker than I usually do. So hopefully this video doesn't like take 3 days to make. Enough jabbering, let's get to work. Guys, a lot of progress. It is 7:24 right now, and this clutch job was a lot faster than I usually do it. You know what I mean? Like I said before, I like to procrastinate and stuff like that, but I needed to get this done so we can make further progress. Now the only thing left, really the biggest thing left, is to get it to the alignment rack. Now that we have the registration and all that, we might possibly drive this to the alignment shop tomorrow. I might trailer it because I don't know if my alignment was thrown off a lot by the camera kit and the rack and pinion, as well as the outer rods. I don't want to chop my tires, my ATR case sports. I don't want to chop it, you know, in the short drive that I'm going to take to the alignment shop. I mean, it's not short, it's like 15 miles. And when you have a bad alignment, it can chop a tire really fast. So may trailer, may not trailer, may just drive it, may just send it, I don't know. We want to get this car to alignment rack ASAP. That is the last major thing to do. It's like a dog over there getting beat up or something. Good Lord. Pray for that dog, guys. Pray for that dog. So I'm gonna continue this video tomorrow, guys. Everything's buttoned up. It is all done. Axle, everything, suspension is all put back together. I want to keep this car elevated so tomorrow I can work on it without having to lean over the engine bay as if it was like, you know, lowered to the floor. I wanna put a catch can, or at least breather can or something. I have like 1 or 2 lying around. I want to breathe it right here just in case when this car is like high RPMs or whatever the case is, at the track or not at the track. I want to make sure we're not spewing oil. This car kind of did smoke a little bit on the dyno, so I'm not sure the condition of the engine, but I want to put a catch can and just small odds and then overlook the whole engine and make sure everything's good and dandy. Tomorrow we'll try to drive it around, make sure everything is good with the clutch, and if the alignment doesn't feel too bad, we might just drive it to alignment rack. So I'm gonna go inside, I'm gonna grub, and I'm gonna play some games. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. All right guys, back here in the garage. I was going through all of my totes to try to find this specific box. This is a, I would call this a catch can because it doesn't have a filter on top, which people would argue a breather versus a catch can, so on and so forth. It does the same thing kind of, and I'm just gonna run this for now until I find time to bung the valve cover and put an actual catch can with filter and dash 10s on it. But this right here was given to me from Joe a while back, and he was like, you know, just keep it around for something. And this is coming in clutch now because I can use this before track. I want to make sure that we're not spewing oil. If it does spew oil, I don't want it to spew oil like all over the transmission or close to the header, you know, potential fired hazardous. And this barb is the perfect size to the valve cover. It comes with all of the hardwares and stuff, the bracket and the hoses right there. So I don't know where I want to mount this. I want to just be temporary because this is not going to be the one I'm going to be sticking in here long terms. So I think for right now I'm going to put it right here because of the 10, right? And this will just give it a quick little like curve to the valve cover. The other one I'm going to leave open as if that was open, except the difference now is if oil spew out of here, it goes into the can and then it just settles inside of there. This is baffled. I can see the cheese grater inside of it, and pretty much have this side to ventilate because I don't have another purpose for the other side of this can. So I'm just leave it open. Oil goes in, gets caught in the bottom, and ventilates out. I need to put something under this so it doesn't ruin my paint. Oh, and the cool thing is it has a little dipstick to check just in case if there's oil going in here. You'll know if you have excessive blow-by. So I did a quick eyeball alignment with these wood tied up to my wheels, and I used a measuring tape to kind of get equal length measurement from the back on both sides to the front on both sides. So the back and the front are both 66 and 3/8. So hopefully my toe isn't too crazy. It was crazier when I first initially did it. It was like 67 up in the front and then 65 3/4 in the back. So it was like pointing way out. So I did that real quick just you know what I'm saying, get it to look more straighter. But right now I'm about to put on my license plate, and guys, this is like so official, putting the license plate on this car. So I don't have any more license plates, and I'm gonna use this one for the front because the bumper holes are completely trashed. This one right here doesn't even thread at all, but I'm gonna use zip ties on the top, and I'm gonna use these two on the bottom. So I got to use this plate to use the bottom holes for that guy, and then this came off my EF sedan. This has been hanging on my wall for years, and if you guys know who Weak Sauce are, you guys are OGs. They aren't really around anymore, and I'm gonna rock this one in the back. So I might even touch up the paint, I'm not even sure, but yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get these guys bolted up real quick. Steering is a lot tighter. My issue is I can't go past 1500 RPMs. The gears go in, the car is moving, the clutch is a little stiffer on the pedal, but that's given. But check this out. Second gear, trying to throttle past. Say it chokes out. Nothing on the throttle, no response. I don't understand what's going on. I didn't really do much different in the engine bay other than this guy. And we know it's not clutch related issue because, you know, we drove it around and everything was good. Everything was engaging. But if you flip the throttle, it happens right now. See how it chokes out? The only thing different is this can, but it's still ventilated just as it would on the valve cover. I took it off. Nothing. We have fuel pressure. 60-ish, 55, 60-ish. I don't know what's going on. The intake has always been on here. I never choked with that before. One day before we're supposed to leave, tomorrow. We're supposed to leave tomorrow, get a hotel, and then track is on Saturday, which is 2 days away. And the car wants to act up. There's always going to be issues like this on and off camera. Sometimes I show it, sometimes I don't. But I talk about it. Like that car over there, I situated it, but I didn't really show too much of it because I talked about it in plenty of other videos of what was going on with the car. So I am going to wrap this video up right here, guys. I'm going to spend more time focusing on trying to figure this car out instead of showing you guys every little thing. But if I figured it out, I'll talk about it in the next video. I hope you guys enjoyed this update. We got the new Action Clutch. Also remember that we are sponsored by Action Clutch. So if you guys are looking for a clutch for your vehicle, be sure to go to the description below. Click on the link to actionclutch.com and check out a clutch that fits your car. And before you guys check out, be sure to use static code to save 50% off your clutch. But that's pretty much going to be it for this video, guys. The car is legally ready for the road, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to give the video a thumbs up. And if you guys want to stick around to see if we're going to make it to the track or not, be sure to hit the subscribe button. But with that being said, hopefully we continue on the wagon next week. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.